Representing the West, out of Israel, Mr. Dekel Bar.
Okay, guys, we're joining us live. Thanks for joining. We've got the next round coming up of the second session. You've got Collin Johns on the closest side to us in the light blue shirt. You've got Dekel Bar in the dark blue Paddletek shirt. And we are going to have a phenomenal singles match right here. This is two very athletic players, very athletic. Collin comes from a tennis background, and so does Dekel. So you've got two tennis players playing singles.
Right, yes.
On a small court with a hard plastic ball.
You know, yeah, I mean, these courts are definitely a lot smaller than the tennis courts are. I've walked on a tennis court recently, and I did not recall that it was that big.
It feels huge after playing pickleball for a while. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Since I was 4 years old, and I was like, has it always been this big?
I know. I guess you play on the pickleball court for some time, and then you go back on the tennis court. It feels like it's like a huge sea of tennis surface.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in playing doubles too, I forget that there's no more alleys anymore, and I wonder if that's the case for everyone else.
All right, looks like we're about to start the action here. This is our first singles match of the second session. Collin Johns starting the game serving to Dekel Bar.
Yeah, what's interesting about singles is
right out of the
that's
gate.
an amazing move. What's interesting about singles is the serve and the return is crucial. You know, if you don't hit a really great serve, nice and deep, just like Collin just did, then your opponent can get you on their return. That's for sure.
Yeah, and talk about what's so devastating about a short return in pickleball and singles.
You know, with that short return, it just allows your opponent to come in and take that ball so early and take time away from you, because when you're coming through that transition zone area, luckily for these guys, they've got long legs, but when it's still quite a distance, you know, from baseline to kitchen line. So when you have a short return, there's less time to get up there.
Definitely. And so we've got an early lead by Collin Johns here, 2-0. And also, for anybody joining us that's not familiar with all the names and players in pickleball, Collin Johns is Ben Johns' brother.
Correct. Yes, there is a relationship there, and they are brothers.
And if you don't know who Ben Johns is, you're probably brand new to pickleball for the first time ever.
Probably.
I think that's safe to say at this point.
I'd probably agree with that. Yeah, absolutely.
19-year-old Ben Johns is on the podium every time he plays. So if you don't know who that is, you probably haven't watched a lot of pickleball.
Interesting.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, interesting enough, I've actually played tennis with Ben Johns. So.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Little tidbit of info that I didn't know. Yeah. But let's talk about Collin instead of Ben, because Ben's not here. Mm-hmm. Collin is a phenomenal athlete.
He is.
Phenomenal athlete. High-level tennis player.
Right.
High-level pickleball player. He did not come on the scene quite as fast as his brother Ben, but he's starting to make his presence known, and people are starting to pay attention to Collin.
Absolutely. Yeah, he's, people are really learning his name. And wow, quite the slide there.
On hard court.
Yeah,
right
what's interesting about tennis players is, balance is crucial in this sport. And the balance, the ability to slide, it just keeps you centered.
Absolutely. That takes a lot of skill.
It does.
I would roll my ankle and probably break both of them trying to do what he just did. So it looks easy when tennis players do that stuff. That's not easy to do there, is it, Courtney?
No, but they make it look so easy.
I mean, that takes strong ankle bones right there to do that.
Yes, it does. And some really durable shoes.
For sure. And talking about that, it looks like Collin's wearing some Nike shoes, and it looks like New Balance is the choice of Dekel.
Right, yeah.
Also, to talk about the sponsorships that they have. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Dekel finally get the edge on one of those rallies right there.
He did, yeah. What's interesting to me is we're seeing a lot of dinking in this singles game. Yeah, in singles, typically you see a 1-2 punch. So the points are very quick, like that one just was. But in this singles game, you're seeing some elongated rallies with a little bit of dinking up at the kitchen line, which is cool to see.
Yeah, definitely. So what we're seeing here early is that, he switched hands right there. I don't know if people saw that, but Collin switched to his left hand to hit that ball.
Thought that's what just happened.
That absolutely just happened.
Interesting. You see that a lot.
He did miss.
He did.
But the fact that he can switch hands and hit that is pretty impressive in itself.
Absolutely.
Not waiting around to see if that ball
No, he went for it. Absolutely. He knew he had that put away, and he took it.
I mean, he could.
Great shot.
But he was on top of that ball very quickly there.
Yeah, as soon as you let that ball get behind you in singles, though, it's very difficult to regain the advantage.
Oh, that ball just missed.
Just missed, not by much.
So Collin with the 3-0 early lead still. Dekel seemed like coming out of the intermission. Maybe he hasn't gotten going quite yet. He is a monster of a competitor. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to – 3 points to him is not going to be much.
No way. Like
right
that
on
shot
cue.
there.
Right on cue.
Yeah,
it's like
he was listening. Read your mind on that
He
one,
read our
Scott.
minds right there. Yeah, 3 down for these guys is nothing at all.
Right.
But again, we're not battling score here. We're battling the time. So
Yeah,
as the game progresses, we're going to see who takes the upper hand on the score, and that's who you're going to see the other team's going to start pushing.
Yeah, they're against the clock, that's for sure.
Definitely. Right now, it's not so much an issue, right? You're only 5 minutes in. But as that thing gets down under 8 minutes, 7 minutes, it starts to creep into their minds a little bit that they have to start maybe changing strategy, pushing a little more. Maybe the team that's up maybe pulls back a little, just keeps the ball going over the net instead of being more aggressive. So there's a lot of things that play into this, right, Courtney?
Yeah, it's interesting with singles, you don't have a partner to kind of bail you out, in a sense, if you just happen to make one of those silly errors where you do slow it down and just keep it over the net and in between the lines. But in singles, there's a lot more court. So if that's your mentality, a lot of times the opponent can gain the upper hand because they've got space to work with.
Certainly. Yeah, and these guys and ladies are so good at this level at executing their shots to where they need it to go. They control the ball so well at this program.
And what's nice about playing in this store is there's no wind. And what you're going to see next week if you're headed to the U.S. Open is there's going to be quite a bit of wind, most likely, as a factor.
There's a lot of
in
factors
these matches.
Yeah, for sure.
This one may be the lighting, but that's all I can see.
Sure. And I don't think the lighting's actually an issue. It could be,
I think it's
at
really nice.
Venues, they have done a great job with the lighting in here.
Yeah.
It's very easy to see the court and everything's well lit. But I've been to some facilities where the lighting was actually a factor in being able to see the ball well.
Right. They did a nice job of making sure each, light is on. That's for sure.
Definitely.
Because what's tough is when one bulb goes out, man, there's a dark spot on the court, but not here. That's for sure. It's very well lit.
So check this out. All of a sudden, it's 5-5.
Wow, yeah.
So Dekel, within the blink of an eye, was able to bring this game back into close proximity. And now it looks like the momentum's actually shifted. He's playing better. He's playing better. Oh, wow.
Wow, that was
what a great
point.
Unbelievable athleticism by Collin. But Dekel's so long at the net.
He covers so much.
Both of them are phenomenal. But Dekel able to get the upper hand on that. on that. Athletic, tall, fast tennis players coming over to our sport.
Right. Definitely, yeah. The Bryan brothers are a great example. I have a feeling they could definitely get into this.
Oh
So
my goodness. Can
if
you
they were
imagine?
listening right now.
Could you imagine how quickly they could adjust a double pickleball?
Oh my gosh, they already have been playing tennis together for so long. Think about the mental aspect of that.
It's almost like they communicate on another level.
Right,
Where they don't even have to physically talk.
Yeah. As a partnership, you have to be on a different level as with each other, you know, read each other's minds in a sense. And so the Bryan brothers can do that so well. But in singles, it's just you. You know, it's all up to you, which is really neat, but also kind of scary as well.
So we got 7-6. Dekel is serving to Collin Johns.
Wow.
I'm not sure. We may have a few technical difficulties at the moment.
I'm
not 100%.
noticing that. Yes.
If you're watching, okay, we're back.
Looks like
up
we're
now.
back.
Here
That's
we go.
great. Good.
So at the side out right there, it's Collin serving to Dekel at 6-7. The doubles matches have used timeouts more than the singles. I find that
agree.
interesting.
Yeah, because I would think in singles you want to use those timeouts. Oh, Collin tried to go for
That was a tweener.
the tweener.
He went for the tweener there.
And that's a talent all in itself, that's for sure.
7-7. That is our first timeout, Dekel.
Okay, so Dekel actually used that timeout after he got the side out. Talk to the people watching why a person would call a timeout when they're actually the one with the momentum.
Well, I would have to say it's probably because they just plain and simply need to breathe. You know, you're out here on this court working so hard for each and every single point on offense and on defense, and it gets very difficult to just take a breath. So Dekel's actually sitting down for this timeout.
Yeah,
you know,
and
so
that's why I
he's
wanted
trying
you
to
to talk about that.
take a break. Yeah.
Because it's not always about losing and being down and stopping momentum. Sometimes it's a good strategy, even if you're winning or if you get a side out, to compose yourself, call a 60-second timeout, and regroup. Catch your breath.
Yeah. You notice Collin is pacing around. He's not standing still. What I like about that is, you know, he's keeping his muscles warm, you know. So when your muscles start to tense up in singles, it's just you. So you can't have your partner there to say, hey, look.
Bail you out,
Yeah, I'm a little tense, so help me out here. It's on you.
So there's the cat and mouse game we're talking about right there.
Right.
They're not coming out blasting the ball at each other.
Wow.
It's a lot of manipulation of the opponent. It's a lot of soft dinks, cross court, back and forth, moving your opponent around to get the right shot to put it away.
What I noticed, Scott, is in singles, there's not a lot of shots made down the middle. You see a lot of these shots are really towards the alleys of the court, along the sidelines. Well, I feel like you don't want to give your opponent the middle of the court because they've got options. It's very difficult to change a ball that is being hit straight down the line and change it to go cross court.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that the two toughest things in pickleball to me are changing pace and changing directions.
7-8.
I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah.
Okay, so 7-8, Dekel feeling it right now. You see
Wow,
you see how he didn't wait?
No,
for it to
he
bounce?
came right in. He saw
attacked
his
that
opportunity. Yeah.
ball immediately. That's instinct right there. You can't teach that right
Yeah, and probably taking that timeout gave him a little bit of a breather to be able to recognize that.
It's smart timeout.
Yeah.
Sometimes 60 seconds is all you
Yeah.
need to just hit that reset button. And now look at the momentum strength. All of a sudden, it's 9-8 Dekel, and he's feeling fresher.
Right.
Collin seems to me like a machine. He doesn't even seem tired to me. But Dekel knew his body better than we do. He knew he needed
Right.
that 60 seconds.
Absolutely. Yeah, both of them just look so calm and composed throughout this singles match. And I feel like, just as you were talking about earlier during the doubles, Scott mentioned that Eden kind of wears his...
Dekel may have, sorry.
No, that's all right.
I think he may have saved him on that ball.
He might have. It was close, but when you're that tall, it's right there in your strike zone. So I don't know. I don't know about that.
Agreed.
But with Eden, he wears his emotions on his sleeve and was saying a lot of come-ons and let's goes when he was making points. But both of these gentlemen are very calm and composed, and they know that their teams could use this point for sure.
Absolutely. And again, just so everybody's clear watching, it's 9-9, but the score is not the factor.
It's the time.
As
And
we're getting under 5 minutes, Courtney,
Yeah,
you're going
I
to
was
see
just gonna
somebody
say it.
try to increase the gap there.
Yeah, someone's going to go for it, and I'm just wondering who that's going to be. Is it Collin who's serving, which it might be?
Okay, so
Or-
a late lead under 5 minutes.
Yeah,
10-9.
and Collin probably realizes that his team could use this point.
So what she keeps saying about his team is because Team East is down 5-1 right now.
They are. They've got a little bit of a deficit, but it's day one, so I feel like they can come back from this.
Oh, certainly.
There's still time.
But the singles is a great way to get back in these games.
It is absolutely.
All right, Dekel with
I
an
completely
unforced
agree.
error right there.
Yeah.
That's a big point right there because we're under 4 minutes now.
Right.
So regardless of what the score is, subconsciously Dekel's going to start watching that clock a little closer.
I
He's
think
gonna
so.
start paying
He's the one
attention.
that can see it.
Yeah, he's going to be paying attention to the clock.
Yeah.
Because once you get down on the score and the clock is working against you, that's when you clearly realize that you've got to do something drastic.
Absolutely. I think I saw just a little sign of frustration from Dekel there. He knew that he's got to come back
Look
from
at
this.
oh my gosh, the left
Wow.
hand by
Unbelievable athleticism from Collin over there, too, even
It's
though
so
he lost the
impressive, isn't
point. It is. He's just sliding around this court like he's on clay. But these are very hard surfaces in here.
So we got 9-11. We're just over the 3-minute mark here. And Dekel's got to do something to change some of this momentum here.
Man, that was just wide.
The good
Not by
thing
much.
for Dekel, though, is that this is a singles match, and it only takes one side out
Right.
to
That's
get the
all
ball
you
back.
need.
Or one
Yeah.
point to get the ball back.
Absolutely. You don't have to wait for both teammates to serve.
There
so
you go. So that could
here
actually
it's-
work to his advantage.
Yeah.
See? So there's a
just
quick
as he
side
proved,
out.
right? Yep, he needed that one to come back to him because now we're under the 3-minute mark.
So again, I'm just recapping this stuff so everybody's aware. If it's tied at the end of regulation, it's the next point on sudden death that will get the win. Not the next rally, but the next point.
I feel like going cross court in singles is so difficult just because, the quickest distance from point A to point B is really a straight line. So you see a lot of passing shots hit down the line, right? Collin just went for one right there.
He just got it,
And
too.
he got it, too.
So 12-9. So again,
That thing
that's what we
banged the
talked
line.
about, right? At the
Absolutely.
end, right here, as the time winds down, somebody was going to make their mark on this game.
Yeah.
It happens to be Collin at the moment.
Yeah.
He's got a 3-point advantage here coming under 2 minutes. Also, that's a big
Change.
mile marker. They cannot call any more timeouts at this point.
Right, because we are under 2 minutes. Oh, no.
What happened?
False serve.
Oh, he must have started his serving motion before
this.
Byron called the score completely.
Yeah.
That's a new rule that went into place January 1st of 2019. You, as a player serving, you cannot start your serving motion until after the referee has officially called the score to completion.
Right. It's so difficult because a lot of times in tournaments, you are actually unreffed until gold medal matches.
That's right.
And then, wow,
Okay,
that was
here
a
we go.
huge forehand.
So 2-point difference. You got about a minute and 7 seconds left. We're going to see if Dekel can do some stuff right here
I'm
under a
curious.
minute to try to change this game.
He's very talented. We all know he can, but unfortunately that serves
Oh,
out.
goodness.
So.
He hit that just a little long.
Just a little bit.
But I think what he was trying to do is gain a quick advantage on his serve right out of the gate to try to win that point quickly.
What's interesting is you have 10 seconds to serve once the score is called, but you notice that Dekel didn't take that because he knows he's down, and he's only got 35 seconds left.
Here we go. Now it's a fight against the clock. Can Dekel hit the shots he needs to hit? Okay.
He got one.
Guys, this is what we've been waiting for
This
all
is
day.
close. This is exciting.
A game coming down to literally the point matters right here. There it is.
Wow.
There it is.
We
just
are all
got,
tied up.
as fans, we just got
my
what we wanted to
goodness.
see, Courtney.
Yep.
This
I
is what
hear
we
a
were
few
hoping
cheers
for.
from the crowd.
You can hear it, can't you, Courtney? You can hear it.
Oh, yeah. The excitement is in the building.
The buzz is going on right now. This is the first time we've seen this.
Oh, no.
There's 4
Wow.
seconds. So
Yep.
it's the next point to win.
Oh, my gosh.
So
All
if Dekel can get a timeout, this is sudden
Continue
death.
playing. First one wins the point on their serve, wins the game.
Okay, so it's not rally scoring here. This is sudden death.
On their
It's the
serve.
team that's serving, the player that's serving, that wins that
12-12.
point, will win this game.
Wow. Interesting format. I like it. Wow, what a match.
Unable to get that one.
That was incredible. That was
Oh my
intense.
So we were just a part of the first ever sudden death.
Yes,
Match
that's exciting.
at the
I'm
Pickleball
happy to be a
Global.
part of it.
Yes, absolutely. Courtney, that was so much fun to watch that down to the wire, wasn't it?
I enjoyed that one. Singles is exciting, that's for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. All right, that was our first sudden death. I think the crowd really, really enjoyed that. Okay, guys. Wow, what a battle. That was our first ever sudden death match in the Pickleball Global Challenge Cup. You were a part of it. You came up on the winning side of that. Talk to us about what that was like to come out on top in that match.
Yeah, it was really fun because it's unique to this venue because obviously in a tournament you would never do that with the sudden death. But it was really great to win that last point and secure the victory.
What did you do right there when the ball was in play and you were the one serving? Did you push that ball with a little pace on intentionally to try to get him to force an error there?
Yeah, I've been trying to drive so many throughout the match, and it wasn't my my best driving day. So I just wanted to make him play there, see if I could just draw the error from a couple drops, and ended up getting me to the net and winning me the point.
Absolutely. I did notice one other distinct thing that I haven't seen with any other players so far. You switched hands several times throughout that match. Is that something you practice, or is that just athleticism and instinct?
Well, that's actually how I played tennis. So I played a right-handed forehand and a left-handed forehand when I played tennis. So it's not that hard for me to switch it in pickleball. I mean, you'll see me do it now and then in singles. In doubles, I really don't need it because I'm not at the back of the court all that much. But you will see me pull it out in singles from time to time.
Incredible. Another win for Team East. That's a big win for you guys. Thank you and congratulations, Collin. All right, now we've got Dekel Bar. We're going to try to make this short and sweet here. Dekel, what an amazing, amazing game right there. The crowd was into it. The buzz of the atmosphere was going right there. You didn't come out on top in that one, but, man, I tell you, from a viewing standpoint, it doesn't get much better than that. Talk to us.
Thanks. Yeah, Collin played really well. Got off to a good start. Caught up and had a chance to finish it in the end, but he came up clutch in the end. So
That's awesome. Was it fun to be a part of Sudden Death? That was the first ever Sudden Death.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Really exciting. A lot of pressure, but it's nice.
I love it. Thanks, Dekel. Appreciate you, man.
The Eddy and Webby Show is the place to be.
Oh, wow, Eddy, you are not going to believe this, but we just got a message from Pickleball Global, and they're saying we can do a commercial talking about Eddy and Webby.
Nice, man. What are some of the things we're going to talk about?
Well, we could probably talk about how we do live podcasts featuring some of the top names in pickleball.
Yeah, we've had guests like Kyle Yates, Simone and Chad, Ben Johns, and Cassandra Gerke, to name a few.
Or how about the videos that we do documenting our pickleball adventures?
We can't forget about our original music videos and pickleball song parodies.
Oh, absolutely. So all you have to do is go to the Eddy and Webby YouTube channel and smash that subscribe button and click on the little bell icon, and you'll be notified anytime that we upload new content. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well, on that note, I'm Eddy.
And until next time, this is Webby, not Eddy, signing off.
See ya.